Welcome back, everybody, to Bachelor Happy Hour's Golden Hour. Thank you so much for coming to join us again. Kathy and I are so excited to be back.
Always excited to be back. We've had a great week. Spring has sprung. I was telling you earlier, Susan, I'm having my house spit shine for the spring. I mean, I'm like you. I'm having things.
Isn't it a great feeling?
It is. Like the guy he's power washing my deck. He's restaining my deck. He was up there cleaning the ceiling fan. He goes, when was the last time this ceiling fan was clean? I said, I've lived in this house 17 years. He goes, when was the last time it was clean? I said, 17 years ago.
Your cleaning lady doesn't do that?
The ceiling fan outside on the porch.
Oh, outside.
It's a ceiling fan on my covered porch.
Right.
So no, she doesn't.
Because I was going to say, why is he in the house?
Because what? Oh, no.
He's power washing and then coming in?
Yeah, no, we're not power washing in the house. However, can I just say, my PSA for today is, when you power wash your house near the windows, unless you have hermetically sealed windows, you better be falling around with a towel because there's going to be water on your floor. Okay. Today, not only are we talking about spring cleaning, but we're going to be answering some of your fan questions. So make sure you're submitting those. We love reading them. We love answering them. We love thinking about them. All you have to do is go to bachelornation.com/golden hour. Submit away.
Yes, ma'am, because that's what we're here for. We love giving advice. We love your questions, and we especially love the updates, all of it. You can also DM us on Instagram at Bachelor Happy Hour.
Okay, today we're going to have fun. We're getting into the episode. We're going to start with the question of the day. And I got to tell you, Susan, This is not an easy one for me to answer, so I'm hoping you'll carry it on this one. Okay, ready for the question?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Was there ever a time that you received some tough love? How did you react? And looking back, do you feel differently about it?
Honestly, remember before we touched on the tough love, I had to give tough love. And it was the hardest thing I've ever done. But I don't think I've received. Have you?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm such a rule follower. I don't break rules very often. So, tough love to me. I didn't cheat in school. I'm not a thief. I don't steal. So no, I don't really think I've.
How about people out there listening?
Yeah, we'd like to hear. Because you know what, when we have children, which you and I both do, we've had to exert tough love on our kids.
Yes.
But I think as you get older, again, if somebody cheated on somebody and you get divorced, I mean, that's tough love.
Well, that's, I guess, yeah.
But or if
it's painful.
I mean, those are painful things. But as an adult, I would hope that you're not having that we're not having tough love.
Nobody's giving me tough love.
Hey, listen, I just want love. I don't need tough love. I just want love.
Let's be real.
Let's be real. Was there ever a time that I received some tough love? No. Am I ready for love? Yes. I mean, I don't know what else to say about that.
I know. That's a tough one.
That's a tough one.
Because I don't recall, like you're getting a divorce. Tough love is you got to accept it and move on and things like that. But
I mean, I think it's hard. We both talked about tough love for our kids.
Had to do for our children.
Kids.
Yes.
And that's always, that's when parenting.
That was the most
That's when you're wondering, why the hell did I have kids? Like, that is not
I don't
fun.
recommend it.
What, having kids?
No, giving tough love.
You don't recommend
tough love. It's the hardest thing I've ever done. I'll never
forget. But you
forget
don't recommend it?
I mean, it's not easy. You have to. It changed. It works. Let's just say that.
I mean,
but it might be the hardest thing you ever do, especially with somebody that you love so much.
Yeah, and I think it has to be consistent. Like you can't go back once you've taken that step.
You have to stand firm.
I wonder if. So here's the question, folks. Write in and tell us. Like, raising kids. We're doing our own question of the day here. Raising kids.
Hardest job I ever had.
So hard, and
because you want to be fun and you want to be their friend, but you can't. You're a parent.
You're not even when they get older. Like, and by older I mean in their 30s, and especially when they start having kids, then it becomes like a friendship. Mm-hmm. But it's not. It's people think when they have a baby, oh, it's going to be so fun and so no. there's great times, but man, it's hard.
There's moments. There's moments. As a grandmom, though, driving down with Stella, who just turned 4, and then my
Yeah.
other granddaughter turned 4. We went for her birthday,
Yeah.
and they love each other. Watching those moments,
Yeah.
it's precious.
They
It
don't get
makes
to
it
see each
all
other
worth
that
it.
much though, right? Or do they?
Well, as often as we can, every
Yeah.
few months. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so cute. I mean, that's
They
the other
just
thing.
love each other. I
Yeah,
know,
and
they're so
family,
cute.
getting family together is so important. I love it.
Mhm.
In fact, you know what I'm doing this summer? I am going to Canada with all my kids and my 2
Oh,
grandchildren.
did that finally happen?
Yep, we're
You got
doing it
all
this
settled?
summer. We're
Good,
going
good.
in July, end of July.
Nice.
And they're all going, and it's going to be my nephew's 2 daughters and my kids. Like, they're all close because we made it a priority to make
Yeah.
sure that the cousins got
Like
to
a
know each
family
other. And
reunion.
yeah, and
yeah.
now it's the next generation of the kids. So I'm really excited
That's
about that.
awesome. That's awesome.
So that's my tough love, taking my kids to Canada.
yeah, right.
All right, you ready to do our fan
All
questions?
right,
Go
let's
for
do
it.
it. Let's get into our fan questions for today. I'm going to go ahead and read the first one, and it is from an anonymous. Hi, ladies. I'm sorry this question is kind of tough, but I really need your advice. I'm a father to 3 children, 10, 14, and 16, and I think I regret having children.
Oh,
I am active in their lives along with my wife / their mom, and I do love them, but I really wish I could go back in time and not have kids. Wow. I just don't feel like myself anymore, and my entire identity has become a parent. I don't feel like I connect with my children, and I just really feel down and stressed about it. Is there anything I can do to feel better? Can you ever grow out of this regret?
wow. You know what I think? We have no idea because it's anonymous, but I'm guessing, Susan, that this dad is reaching middle age,
Mm-hmm.
and it's about
He
he's not
lost his
regret.
identity.
he's-
We do
I
as
think-
mothers.
He's regretting the things maybe that he hasn't done in his life, and he's saying, you know, the kids kept me from. That's in his head what he's thinking. I'm guessing this is more about hitting middle age and what he couldn't do and what he has, you know, how much time does he have left. And, you know, I hate to say this, but I had a lot of friends, not a lot of friends, but some of my friends who went through divorces between 40 and 50 for exactly this reason.
It's
They
a
felt like
fragile
life
time.
was passing them by. All they had done was go from changing diapers to driving little league to worrying
Yes,
about
now you got
high school.
teenagers.
And then, and so I think that's more. I think it's anonymous. I feel sorry that you feel that way. I'd reach out and get some counseling.
yeah, yeah.
What do you
You
think?
might need something, yes. And not only that, I feel like women feel this way, not when they're 10, 14, and 16, when they're born after the first year, because we do lose our identity. We are a mom.
Oh,
We are responsible for these little human beings. They're ours. That's why people suffer in their marriage with their sex life and their dating again. It's about the kids. It's not about you anymore. Just to take a shower meant the world to me. You know, I had
Yeah.
twins with a 3-year-old. It was like, what about me? There was no time for me.
Yeah,
And dad seems like he's hands on with these kids, but he's having regrets because he should be living right now. And you know what? You will grow out of this regret. You will. You're going to be very proud of what you raised. Soon, you got another, you got a
10
few more
years.
years to go, but
I take issue with that, Susan. I don't feel like I ever lost my identity. I love being a mom. I love taking care of my kids. I loved being a stay-at-home mom, and I was grateful that I could. My husband, you know, we could manage it. That I could stay home. What was hardest for me was when my kids left home, because then it was like my identity was taking care
As
of
a
my
mom,
children, being a
yeah.
good mom. Trying to be a good wife, all of those things. But then when the kids left, that's when I struggled with identity because I spent so much time taking care of my kids. So I don't know. I think that everybody goes through this, what Anonymous is going through at some level. For you, it was when you had your kids. For me, it was when my kids left home.
But he's saying he doesn't feel like he connects with them.
Yeah, well,
wonder
that's
why.
something different. I mean, I would encourage him to maybe take up a sport with them. Ask them if they want to go hiking with you, or ask them to invite a friend or two and do something with your kids. But the other thing is, teenagers, they're supposed to be distant. They're
He's
supposed to be
very
finding their
active
way.
in their lives. So
Well,
I
he
don't
said,
know what part he's not connecting with. And he loves them.
yeah, I
But to
I think
regret
there's
them,
more to
that's
this
a
story.
I think you need some help. I
Yeah,
really do.
yeah. Don't feel guilty that you feel that way. You're entitled to
You're
your feelings,
right.
but I would get some help and see what's really going on in your mind that's
And it
making you
might
feel
be a
this way.
depression thing that's happening. You're feeling like you regret, but you love your children.
Well,
I'm
maybe he
sure
does,
you
maybe he
do.
doesn't. I mean, who knows? But I wonder if there's an issue with his wife, maybe an issue between them or with the
He
kids
doesn't
and their
feel a
mom.
part of it, maybe.
I don't know, but
I feel
there's
sorry for him.
something. And
Something's
when you
missing.
say when someone says they wish they could go back in time and not have kids, what I'm hearing, and again, I'm not a therapist, but what I'm hearing is you don't like where your life is and you want to redo.
Mm-hmm.
The kids are sort of secondary
You
to that.
can't regret it now. You've got 3 of them.
Yeah. But you don't get a redo, so you have to
No.
learn how to make a
Yes.
good life with what you have. It's
I
very
think going to
sad.
talk to somebody professionally might be
Yeah.
able to guide you.
Yeah,
just
counselor.
start making you feel better. But I appreciate that you reached out to us.
Yeah, and we wish you the best. We hope
We
things
do.
improve for you and get some help. With therapy. Men don't typically or traditionally like going to therapy, but you know what, Anonymous? In this case, I think it will help you and make you feel a whole lot better. So
I
good
think
luck,
so, too.
and reach back out and let us know.
And stay active in their lives, because later you will be proud.
Yeah, I miss those days of going to the games and soccer games and the baseball games. Okay, our
Having
second
hot
one.
dogs for dinner.
Hot dogs. No, hot dogs at the ballpark at the Little League
Yes,
field.
that was
Oh,
dinner
they were the
because we had to
best.
go. You had to get your homework done. Get
That's
to the
right.
ballpark.
Oh, do you
Yep,
remember
yep,
that?
yep,
In
yep.
my case, my kids had to practice their piano, get that done, get their homework done, clean their rooms.
It is Ryan here, and anybody, the infrastructure.
Kramer. This up in your backyard.
But next to find connect about starting, or tricky syringes needed just
I've been dealing with for years. Okay, the second one is from also Anonymous. Writes, "Hi, ladies. I'm a mom, and I'm really struggling with some guilt I've been dealing with for years. When my daughter was in second grade, she begged me to come to her school play. I said I would. I even helped her practice her lines every night for 2 weeks. But the day of the play, a work crisis came up, and I told myself she'd understand. I figured, she's just a kid. There'll be plenty of other plays. Turns out I was the only parent who didn't show up.
Oh,
She told me afterward that she kept looking at the audience thinking I'd walk in late, and I didn't. She didn't cry. She didn't even get mad. She just went quiet. And that silence, that quiet disappointment, it crushed me. She's a teenager now and she barely remembers it, but I do. Every time she invites me to something, I drop everything to be there. Not because she's keeping score, but because I still am. I'm not sure if it's just me, but I feel like our relationship has never been the same since. What do you suggest I do? Thanks so much, ladies."
wow. You got to forgive yourself, first of all.
Yep.
And I'm sure you've had conversations with her. Like she just said, now she's doesn't even think about it, but she knew the disappointment. There's nothing you can do.
I mean,
You can't make that up.
You-
It's done.
I'm thinking, again, there's more to this story than we're hearing. I think the child we're talking years ago. I bet the child really doesn't remember. And I think there, again,
But why does
sometimes,
she feel like
but
the
because sometimes
relationship
people,
isn't
the
the same?
symptoms of it's something
guilt.
else going on. Guilt in a marriage, guilt for work, something spreading herself too thinly from work and family. So she's using that as a marker, if you will, of something else that's going on in her life. Because realistically, Susan, we all miss things. We all screw up when our kids are young and don't do the
I
right
couldn't be
thing.
at
Don't
every
try.
game.
And we're not sitting there 12 years later saying, I mean, the silence that crushed me. She was a child. It's over. What else is going on in your life, Anonymous?
Yes,
Again,
you got to figure that
you
out.
got to get some therapy, get some counseling too, because there's something else going on that's making you feel this way.
Yeah, and forgive yourself, babe. You're there for everything. I mean, you're there
Well,
now.
she said, I feel like our relationship has never been the same since. This child is a teenager, Anonymous.
She's not
Teenagers
thinking
are a whole different species.
Yes.
And what you're thinking of, your relationship with a 6-year-old is not your relationship with a 16-year-old.
And
So
I wonder, Kathy, if she had that heart to heart with her and saying how badly she does still feel about that she won't forget it.
I
or
wouldn't
forgive
put that on
herself.
my child.
I'm saying I wonder if she's had that conversation
I hope not.
with her daughter, that she's so sorry that she missed it.
How
And
many
it's
years later are
still-
we talking, Susan?
It's still haunting her, though. This is real. And I feel bad. But you need to forgive yourself. You really do.
Her daughter was in 2nd grade. She was 7 years old.
Let it go.
Let it go. This is not
I
about
think
your
she
daughter.
Also needs the therapist.
I
The
just
last
said
two.
maybe
Yeah.
they get a group deal. The two of them go together. I mean, oftentimes, and I know this from personal experience, when you say something, even in my marriage, when I would fight with my husband about something, it was rarely the thing I was fighting about. You know, the thing I picked on. It was really something else that was bothering me. And I think
That
that's
was
what's
getting
going
you.
on here.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I
But we
wish you luck.
appreciate
And
you
honestly, let
reaching
us
out.
know.
Yeah.
Let us know.
All righty. Kelly. Ladies, I'm pissed and I need your help. Okay. So tell me why I got ghosted by a man after I helped him write his mom's birthday card. No, like I sat on his couch, thoughtfully helped him come up with a heartfelt message, even suggested a quote from her favorite actress, which, by the way, made her cry. And then this man vanished into thin air like he was in the witness protection. He even asked me to take a picture of him holding the card to send to her. I was practically part of the family for 2 business days. And I know he got the card to her because she DM'd me on Instagram to say thank you. I haven't opened it or answered. What am I supposed to do with that? Am I supposed to message his mom and be like, hey girl, your son hates me now. We've been dating. Well, we're dating for 8 months. It's been 2 weeks and I've got nothing from this man. Not a peep, not a return call or text. What do I do? Holy cow.
Go find yourself a new man.
8 months and he ghosts her?
I mean, again.
You need the final conversation. I'm sorry. I feel her pain.
I
Yes,
know.
I'd tell his mom.
Yeah, of course you would.
I would.
I'm just saying, if he's first of all, I would answer the mom. Don't be rude,
Yeah.
Kelly. Answer the mom and say, "What are you supposed to do with that?" You say, "I'm so glad you like the card." I find it interesting here that the mom DM me on Instagram to say thank you. So does that mean the mother knew that she wrote the card? Did
Well,
the son
wait,
tell
she
her?
doesn't know if she said thank you because she didn't open it.
No, she said, I know we got the card because she DM'd me on Instagram to say thank you. I haven't opened it or answered. So she
There you
knows
go.
she
haven't
knows she was
opened
saying thank you. And my question is,
She's
if you
assuming.
know she was saying thank you, she must know that you wrote the card, which is
that
bizarre.
she was a part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what do you do with that? You write her back. Always,
I'm
Kelly,
so
always stay
glad.
above the fray. Stay above the fray. Walk away with grace. Say, I'm so glad you liked the card, and move on. If the guy ghosts you, he's not that interested. He's not that into
8
you.
months and he's just going to ghost her. He
If
owes
that's
her
what he did,
something.
Susan, put yourself in the position of a guy. If you're dating a guy for 8 months,
I need closure. Are we done?
you got it. He's ghosted you.
No, that's not acceptable. I'm sorry. That is not being a man. Just say, I'm not interested. It's over. I'm sorry. Okay. It stings.
I
It
don't.
hurts,
I don't
but
need to
you
hear
move
that.
on.
If a guy
So
ghosts
just-
me,
See, my brain, I would think something happened to him. He's
so
not
would I. I would just
answering.
say, but you know
Yeah.
what? If something happened to him, mom would have called the girlfriend.
She didn't open the message.
Well, you're
First
not going
and
to.
foremost, Kelly, open the message.
Yeah, he could be lying in a hospital room in traction. But I'm just saying, I don't know, Susan. I guess I just feel like if a guy is interested in me, he's going to let me know. And if he's not interested in me anymore, he's going to
All right,
disappear.
Kathy, say you're seeing somebody for 8 months, the better part of a year. And then all of a sudden you don't get a response? 2 weeks go by? You're going to be, okay,
I'm caught on the guy who's dating me for 8 months.
You can't move on. You need some closure. Is it over? Okay.
Well, let me just, okay, fair enough. I'm warm into the idea, but why wouldn't she text him and say, I haven't heard from you in 2 weeks. What's up?
Obviously she did because he's not responding.
No. She
This
did not.
man vanished into thin air like he was in the witness protection.
She says not a return call or text. He's not calling her.
Right. She's reached out to him and he's not responding. Your brain, I know you, Kathy, you'd be calling the hospitals, making sure it's okay.
I'm just saying, I'm not sure. If
Nobody's
Kelly, here's what I would do. Here's what I would do,
months.
Kelly. I would reach out to him. If you have reached out to him and he's not answering, move along, little puppy. Move along. Because you know what? If that's his level of integrity, do you really want to be with him anyway?
No, of course not. Then that makes sense. But my ass would be driving over to confront him
Not
face
me.
to face.
You don't know me if you think I would do that. I'd be heartbroken.
I didn't say you would.
I would be heartbroken, but I would never
just
do it.
leaving it empty. You don't even know why, what happened, nothing, no explanation. I think less of a man. And I don't think his mother would be very proud
Who
of
cares?
the way he
I'm not
behaved.
marrying his mother. And you just said he's less of a man. I don't want to date a guy who's not a
I
genuine.
understand that,
So-
but this is not after 8 months. No.
Okay,
You
well,
owe me some respect. Ugh. Kelly,
Kelly, good
I'd
luck.
answer the mother, and I
Yes.
wouldn't say your son hates me now. I
Don't
would
say anything about your son, her
No,
son.
I would. I would
You
definitely.
would?
I'm so happy that you liked it. He put a lot of thought into it. It's funny, though, I haven't heard from him in 2 weeks. I hope everything's okay. Plant the seed. Amen.
I mean,
Let me know, Kelly. I'm
yeah, we want to
curious.
know, Kelly.
Or just
And I
go
feel
over his
sorry
damn
for you, by the
house.
way. I feel
do
terribly
too.
sorry for you. All right. Let us know, Kelly.
It is Ryan here, and upgrade.
with Jana Kramer. This episode of Backyard, and a great way to do that is
We're pushing the satisfaction is needed.
Tough love situationship.
Let's go. We'll see how.
Switch off reading the prompts. If we think it's
All right. We're going to do another game, Tough Love edition of Red Flag or Red Rose.
okay, it's a tough love. Why are we on tough love?
I
We're going
don't
to
know.
switch off reading the prompts. If we think it's necessary, tough love, we'll give a red rose. But if we think it's too far, we're giving it a red flag. And
Okay,
I'll
wait.
go
This
first.
sounds like a complicated game this time, but let's go. We'll see how it goes.
If you think it's too harsh, feel free to give an alternative.
Oh, I love this. All right. This is our
All right,
out,
telling
Susan.
your friend who keeps talking about her situationship. Maybe he's not texting you because he's just not that into you. Telling your friend who keeps talking about her situationship.
Meaning she's not here for the guy. And you say, well, Kathy, maybe he's not texting you because he's just not that into you.
Yeah.
That, to me, I'd give you a red rose for telling me that. Not, if he's not into you, that is a red flag.
It's necessary tough love. Yeah. That's a red rose, right?
Right. That's what I say.
Okay, go.
All right. Telling your friend who's venting about her ex again, if you keep going back to him, you don't get to complain about him anymore. Oh, definitely a red rose.
Definitely red rose.
Yep. Yep. Okay, go ahead.
All righty. Refusing to attend someone's wedding because they're marrying someone toxic. That's no.
That's
What are
absolutely
the
a red flag.
choices? Red rose or what?
Red flag. That is
That's
a
a
red
red
flag
flag.
if you've got somebody who won't
It's
attend
not
a wedding.
you. That's
Not your
right.
decision.
That's
Okay.
right, red flag.
Calling out your friend for being the toxic one in all her breakups when she's freshly out of a long-term relationship.
Tough love, baby. That's a red
Oh
rose.
no. I think if she's
She's the toxic
freshly out of a long-term, it depends who broke up with whom, I think. If you don't hit a dog when they're down.
No, I know, but if you're a real friend, you're going to have to point it out.
Not calling out your friend for being the toxic one in all her breakups when she's freshly out of a relationship.
Because she's repeating her
You're
pattern.
gonna, Susan. My heart's broken because some guy just broke up with me. You're going to go, well, Kathy, get over it. You're the toxic one. That's going to hurt my feelings and make me feel worse.
Yes, but I won't know. But if you repeat the same pattern, I'm thinking of somebody in particular that repeats the same exact things and then afterwards regrets the way she looked, the way she acted and behaved. And I tried to tell her over and over and over again, why do you do that?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I think that for me, and you're a good friend, you would tell me, but I don't think you would tell me when I was crying and called you up.
No,
So I think it's
timing
about
is
timing
everything.
here.
Yeah. All right. Telling someone that you're breaking up with them because you're tired of emotionally parenting them.
That's a red rose. You're being honest.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, I guess you're right.
I mean, the guy is a red flag. If you have to emotionally parent a guy, that's a red flag. All right. Reminding a friend to pay you back if they haven't within 24 hours. That's a red flag. By the way, Susan, you owe me $5.
24 hours, like if it
It's
were
ridiculous.
2 weeks or something and they haven't made an effort
Yeah.
or payday came
I think
and
it's a
went,
red
then
flag if you're
yeah.
doing it within. Yeah.
Saying, I love you, but I can't listen to this story about your ex for the 30th time.
I love that. It's a red rose.
Rose.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Leaving, you know why it's a red rose? Because you've listened to it for 30 times and you just don't need to hear it anymore. No one needs to hear it anymore.
You can't listen anymore. Right.
Okay, leaving the group chat because, this is a good one. Leaving the group chat because no one ever responds to your messages.
It's a group chat.
Well, like if we were in a group chat with 70 people and I said, where do you want to go on vacation and no one answers me, I'd probably leave the group chat.
Yeah, screw it. They're annoying anyhow.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Cutting off a long-time friend because they never ask how you're doing.
I mean,
That
that
might
says
be
a
red-
lot about somebody if they're never asking you how you're
I
doing.
get that, but just cutting them off because they never asked how you're doing. Sometimes they don't have to ask, you just tell. I don't know
True.
about that one.
I don't know about that one. I think I could go either way.
Yeah.
All right. Telling your child who's in college, this is a bouquet of red roses. Telling your child who's in college that they can't move back home without paying rent, that you actually used to pay for house bills, not money that you're saving for them. I'm so impressed with anyone who does that. Not you?
Yeah, no. Because
Really?
in today's world, it's going to take time to get a job.
Oh, no.
I mean,
I
you
made
gotta
the
give them
assumption they have a job.
Some time.
No. I made the assumption the kid has a job and is just living at home because it's cheaper, meaning free.
No, that I get.
Oh no! If a
Give
child,
them a minute. They graduate. Okay, you can't come back until you pay the rent.
no.
They got
If
student
I
loans.
read this, let me clarify before I get hate mail. I read this. I read this that the child had graduated college, had a job, was moving back home. I mean, I would probably give them 2 or 3 months to get a little money in the bank and kind of
Well,
get
as soon
their
as
feet
they
on the
get
ground.
their jobs, you got to take something.
I'm
You're
saying
living
after
here.
a couple of months, I would say, okay, look, you're using the hot water and the electricity. You got to help me
For
here.
me, after they get out of college, then you're going to pay your own cell phone bill. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah. Oh God. they
And
make
car
that hard
insurance.
because the more
My
wait
kids
a
are
minute.
30 something before they paid their own car insurance.
Well, the more lines you have, the cheaper the phone bill
Well,
becomes. So that's-
nowadays, but not back then.
yeah, you're right. All right.
Okay, refusing to help your sibling babysit because they were never able to watch your children. Oh, that's terrible. No, that's a red. I'm confused with the flag and the rose.
Yeah, I'm confused, but let's just talk about this. Do you think it's ever okay to refuse to?
No, you should help if you can and you're available. Why not? Because they didn't do it for you, so I'm not going to do it for you. No, I'm not that way. Mm-mm.
Great, Susan.
For me, if anything, I'll be like the martyr. Of course I come.
And Susan, how do you feel about coming to take care of my cats? I mean, I know you don't have cats, but it's the same thing. All right. Telling your mom after a stressful conversation that she needs therapy and you're not her therapist. I think that's cruel.
That is cruel. It's your mother.
Yeah.
I would maybe suggest therapy if I thought it needed, but I'm not.
It's how you say
therapist.
it. Like you always say,
all
it's the
about
delivery.
Mhm.
Delivery.
Leaving the family group chat after one more "Why are you still single?" comment.
Hell, I not would only leave the family chat. I'd block them all.
I'd stay in there and just torture them. you tell me why. Which one?
No, Susan would be
You're
sitting there
too
going,
picky, Susan.
no,
And then when you do find one, they got something to say about that too. I can't win with.
what did
family.
I tell you the other day?
Can't win.
I'm saying it to for all Bachelor Nation. What did I tell you? This is your life. It's time you live your life for you. You've raised your kids. Live your life for you. And Susan's but I live
I
your
want
life
everybody
for you.
to be happy.
It's not possible.
Yes.
Everyone
It's
is not
the
always going to be
distance
happy.
that they're struggling with. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm just still on the single comment. Okay. When confronted by a friend as to why you guys don't hang out anymore, you say, we're not close because you were never emotionally available growing up. What?
Who the hell says that?
I mean,
Oh my God.
if I'm speechless on
We're
that
not
one.
close because.
I mean, you've got friends from when you grew up. I don't, because you live where you grew up. I don't. So,
Well, and I choose not to hang out with some of them because they're more negative people.
yeah,
I'm all
can't.
about the positive energy.
yeah.
I can't be
Well,
surrounded.
But would you, and so am I, but would you ever say to someone,
No.
we're not close? Because, okay, Susan, when I call you tonight, I'm going to say, I don't want to be your friend anymore because you have not been emotionally available.
But we are emotionally available. We hear each other's stories.
I
We
know.
cry with each other. I mean, we feel each
just-
other's pain.
Well, it's just pathetic.
But you know what, Kathy? There are people out there that would say these things. To me, I look at them like they're cold.
You know what I think? Some people are so self-involved, so egocentric. All they think about is themselves, what makes them happy. They don't stop to think, how will this make someone feel? How will this make Susan feel if I say? They just blurt it out and they don't care. And I will say, as I've gotten older, I think when you're young,
More
we all
aware,
say
too.
stuff.
Way
We're
more
much more aware. We don't blurt things out like we used to.
Well, I still blurt them out, but
Well,
but
you
I
do.
still and during the conversation, I say, "What's going on in your life?" It's
Yeah.
not just my phone call about me.
I mean,
whoever you're talking to, you share, and
Yeah.
then
Well,
you want to
and
know
you're
what's
right.
going on.
You're
with
right.
them.
Sometimes we both blurt things out, but we're either being funny or we're making jokes, but not seriously would I ever call you up and say, what the hell is, come on, no one does
You
that.
weren't emotionally available for me, therefore we're
That's
not
right. So we're done,
close
Susan.
anymore. That's
You weren't
just
emotionally
crazy.
available to me on that cruise we're going to take. So you're done. You're dead to me.
She better not get seasick. I'm going to buy 49
Wait, can we just say we're
bracelets
going on a cruise together?
to Greece?
Well, we're going to go to Greece and Istanbul, Turkey.
All the
And you know what I'm doing? I'm loading up on C-bands, Dramamine. I don't think on a big ship I'll get sick, right? Please tell me no.
No, if it's rough seas, sometimes you feel it a little bit, but no.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you so everyone can know. Are you going to help me pack what to bring?
There we go.
It's so hard.
You're going to have so many clothes by then. Just bring it all, Kath. Just bring everything.
Yeah, just
I like choices. I love people that say, I can go in a backpack for a week. I go, how? You wear the same thing? She goes, well, I wash it. I go, but the whole idea of vacation is wearing your fun clothes.
I know. All these people that buy these clothes that, you wash them out and they're SPF 50. I mean, they look like they just hit out in the jungle for a
They
month.
don't wrinkle. You can throw it in your bag. Like,
Oh, man. And they wash it. Can I just tell you what is poison to my ears? When someone goes on vacation and I ask that question, they go, oh, I just wash it out in the sink at night. I'm like, I just gags me. Like I wash it out.
I've done it though. If you can't get to a washer and something,
Susan, first of all, you
stained or
bring enough
something, I
clothes.
soak it.
You bring enough clothes to dress the entire resort for a week. So get over it. I'm just saying, like, can you imagine traveling with like that? Those travel pants that everybody
yes,
can.
I know, and they're not cute. They're not.
I was going to say
cute.
6 people can fit into one pair.
Not me. It's all about fashion.
And then if you want,
Oh, I get to wear that dress.
Wait, I'm gonna. I'm buying you for your birthday next year. Those pants that unzip at the knee, 2 for 1. You get a pair of shorts, and a pair of
I
long
have
pants.
them in my golf pants.
You don't. I have a
Yeah,
pair of
they
hiking
unzip.
pants like that, and when I hike
Well,
in,
they are hiking pants. but
when I go
use
to
them for
Big
golf.
Bend or
Yeah,
hiking,
it's cold in the morning. You wear the long ones, and then I unzip them. Oh my god!
I want to see you. I want to see that.
Oh my god!
But anyway,
was
this
fun.
was. Oh my god! It's
This
always
was a
so
lot of fun.
Is there anything else we haven't chatted about today?
I don't know. I'm mending my arm. It's time to go to physical therapy now, and just doing the little
gonna hurt.
exercises have me sore. Oh,
It's hurt.
Gosh, this is taking forever.
But you want to do them, Susan, seriously? Because when
I
I
know.
broke mine, he said to me, if you don't do the exercises,
You'll never be the same.
it'll be deformed. It will never be the same. You will not have movement in your wrist, and you don't want that.
No, I don't. Well, I want to thank everybody for joining us today and listening. And what is your take on some of these questions? What red flag
I
or
know,
red
right?
rose? I like roses.
I
really
know. I like roses. I want lots of roses. Not one, a bouquet.
a bouquet.
But till I get the bouquet, be sure to follow Bachelor Happy Hour as we have new episodes coming out every week. We have more episodes coming up with fan questions. We have more great guests coming up. We're going to hear about Susan's wrist until it is healed. We're going to hear about Susan's upcoming travels. You're going to hear about our cruise. It's all coming. It's all coming to you.
Yes, we love sharing with you. Make sure to submit your questions to us and what happens afterwards. And you can go to bachelornation.com/golden hour, or you can DM us on Instagram at Bachelor Happy Hour. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We look forward to the next time.
Yep. In the meantime, listen to Bachelor Happy Hour's Golden Hour on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you listen to podcasts. Till next time, take care.